Hello, my name is Lisa, and every week Ashley and I get together and make a fun little video about what's going to be happening in the nursery on the upcoming Sunday. So this week, since we have a lot of new people, we have a lot of shadows, we're going to start with some basics, and then we're going to go into the lesson for this coming Sunday. Each week when you come into your class, everybody should have a curriculum bucket that already has pretty much everything you need is in here. So when you come in your class, if you just look on the counter, your bucket should be in there. And in your bin should be a folder. And in the folder has, if there's any little papers or anything like that you need, that will be in here. And this week, the special thing that's in our folder is this allergy alert poster. Because we're going to be doing some stuff this week with food coloring, baking soda, vinegar, and lemonade mix. So the kids will not be eating any of these things, but some kids could still be allergic, or their parents may not want them to touch these things. So when you open your folder, the first thing you need to do is take this out and put it in the window. So when the parents bring their kids to check them in, they can see that, and you can tell them that we're going to be using these things, but we will not be eating them. So they won't be eating any vinegar and baking soda at church this week. So the next thing that's in here is your curriculum packet. And some people will have a link to this in their email, and you could download it and read it ahead of time. Like always, it has some super good suggestions in it. But this week, our story is still Jesus came to do amazing things. And this week, we're talking about how Jesus and his mom went to a party, and he turned the water into a wine. But we will not be calling it wine. The curriculum calls it a super fun party drink. So that's what we're going to be calling it this week. So the first thing in the curriculum is an activity called Dress It Up, and it involves the Mr. Potato Head. So everybody, most people have one still in a box. Some people have some that are already open. So this activity, you have a timer and the Mr. Potato Head. So if you can take the Mr. Potato Head apart and just leave all the pieces on the table and then set the timer, and they're gonna race to see if they can beat the timer to get Mr. Potato Head dressed for a party. So this is the part when they're playing this game where you can talk to them about how Jesus and his mom went to a wedding. Some of them may know what a wedding is, but they should definitely know what a party is. So you gotta take turns seeing who can get Mr. Potato Head dressed for the party before the timer goes off. So all of this should be in your bucket. And then when you're done with it, if you'll just put it back in your curriculum bin, and then somebody can come through next week and put everything away and get it ready for the next week. The next activity is the one that you're gonna have to really keep an eye on, everybody. And this one, it suggests talking about how when we do science experiments, we have to listen. Plus, if you listen really close on this experiment, you can hear things. And this is called an amazing experiment. You'll have wax paper, vinegar. Some people have a big bottle of vinegar. Some people have a little tiny bottle, but it's labeled vinegar because it looks just like a bottle of water. But when you open it, you will definitely tell it is not water. So everybody has some vinegar, food coloring. Everybody has different colors, eyedroppers, cups. So if you'll just put your vinegar in a cup and then put some food coloring in the cup and kind of mix it around. Everybody has one or two eyedroppers. And then you should have baking soda in your bin and wax paper. So just tear out a piece of wax paper, lay it on the table. It works better if you sprinkle a lot of baking soda. And then it's up to you, depending on what age kids you have, if you want to let the kids do this or not. But you squeeze the food color vinegar into the eyedropper, and then
You see the chemical reaction.
so you can see it foam up, and if everybody's super quiet, you can hear it. So because it's food coloring, it could stain their hands, it could stain my fingers are red from opening the food coloring, so it could stain their clothes, it could stain their hands. So this one is going to require some close supervision, but I think they'll think it's super fun and it's kind of messy. So then just when you're done, just fold it up and put it in the trash can. The last activity is the make it stick that we do when we transfer from room to room. And this, because we're still talking about this month about Jesus doing amazing things, you can ask them what kind of amazing things they can do. Like, can they jump super high? Can they do some kind of tricks? So when you're in a classroom and you're kind of have a little downtime, or you're walking to the playground or whatever, talk to them about doing amazing things. Now, the craft for this week is fun too, but once again, super messy. So if you're in the art room, it would be a good idea if you gave everybody an apron. We have these cute little tiny kid aprons, and they have names on them, but it just, if you wear a different one, that's fine. So we have lots of aprons. So they need an apron because we're going to be painting with Kool-Aid powder, because we have the craft is, they will get a plain paper with the pictures on it, and we're going to talk about how Jesus turned these pitchers of water into the super fun party drink. So they'll mix water with the Kool-Aid powder, and they're going to paint with that. And there's different colors, so you can mix up whichever color you want. And then you can talk about how it smells good too, because if you smell it, it really smells super good. So that's it for this week. Thank you very much.